Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. My
Hello,
name
everybody.
is my name's Coach Amber McAuley, and I'm joined by my sweetheart, Captain Gordon Stevens. We're going to be running part 2 of our introductory video that we recorded a while back. And our query was the use of the term autopilot and its comparison to human mindless behavior. So we left our last conversation floating a poll out to our viewers to ask, when we say that we were acting on autopilot, are we considering mindless behavior comparable to a pilot flying an airplane or the airplane flying on autopilot? So we wanted to regroup and come back and share the results with you all today. And I'll leave it to you to go over the poll results and what that kind of means from your perspective as a pilot, honey.
Okay. Well, Amber and I'll say first that in all of our discussions about this, Amber and I came across many more definitions and ideas of how people could perceive this term and its use in their life. So more on that to come, but suffice it to say there was more than we could think of. So for the sake of this poll, like Amber says, there were two groups, and they were really closely split. The first group was about 44% of those participants voted that their definition of autopilot and mindless behavior was comparable to that of a pilot operating an airplane on autopilot. And that we can just call debunked. That myth is busted. There are no parallels between those two things at all that I could come up with or that Amber could come up with. So moving on, the second group was 56%, just over half, related their mindless behavior to that of an airplane, which was kind of an abstract idea at the start. But again, through discussions, Amber and I realized that you could draw parallels to that for sure. So the way an airplane will manage, well, it won't manage itself when it's flying on autopilot, and that's part of the issue that we came across with this definition is, and any autopilot system can't make any decisions that are required to change its trajectory or change anything really. And two easy examples would be weather and air traffic, things that need to be made changes for every flight, really. Two simple things off the top of my head. And so you could draw parallels between an autopilot, an airplane flying along on autopilot being mindless because it has to be managed.
Mm. And I think it kind of makes sense, because when I hear people comparing it, like, they're often talking about routine behaviors in their day where they're tuning out and they're not paying attention to variables like weather or traffic and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And another interesting thing that people were talking about and asking about was, they think autopilot and mindless behavior is like when you're in the zone of flow or automaticity, and talked about brain programming and physical patterns. So, as you said earlier, honey, there was a lot more that came up than we anticipated, and we really appreciated the engagement from the viewers. It's an important conversation for us to have and to get your input, because we're preparing some courses for pilots and people who have a fear of flying. So we really wanted to flesh out this commonly used term, autopilot, and how they relate it to mindlessness. Because mindfulness and paying attention and being present are two really important skills to support pilots and anxious flyers navigate the stressors of their day. So definitely more to come. We really hope you found this insightful. We will continue the conversation, and please reach out with any questions. You can find our info on CoachAmberMcAuley.com. Signing off for now. Bye.
Yeah, everyone.